Inter, for many, could be the team to push Juve this season. Of course, Conte coming in, a man who knows what it's like to win the Italian Championship. Lukaku has been very much their main man. They spent 80 million euros on him. But can they really put up a battle? Or is this just optimism from football fans, hoping that we can see a title race?
You're so pessimistic, Dan. I'll tell you something. Antonio Conte said that he would have never accepted the job at Inter if he didn't think that he could knock Juventus off their perch, which is amazing, really, considering he was the reason that they have a perch at all. But either way, he really believes in the squad. And in Beppe Marotta, he has a director that he's worked with who understands what it is that he's want and who's willing to satisfy him with his demands. Right now, when you look at that team, it's so much better than what they had last season under Spalletti. Their back line is one of the most beautiful that you have in Europe with Skriniar, De Vrij, and obviously the experience of Godin from Atletico Madrid. It's a young and perky midfield that's hopefully full of creativity. And of course, it's Romelu Lukaku and potentially Alexis Sanchez. And they're two players that Antonio Conte has been chasing for the longest time, even when he was at Juventus. And to the point where Lukaku, in an interview earlier this year, said that he had approached me while he was at Juventus, and I was thinking at the time of whether or not to go. This was in 2014, and the day after he left Juventus, because they didn't get Romelu Lukaku. He's also wanted Alexis Sanchez, but Sanchez went off to Barcelona. And right now, Inter's willing to satisfy his demands. So he feels he's in the best position to push Juventus as far as possible.
Meanwhile, Napoli. What do you make of what they've done in the summer, and how could they be this season, Mina?
I don't know what to think of Napoli, because right now, if Chucky Lozano, we all know from PSV, is having his medical. It's going to be announced soon. They have a wonderful squad, one that's been together for a while. And in Carlo Ancelotti, they potentially have the best coach in the league. But what worries me about them, again, is that, like we saw in pre-season, they tend to create so many opportunities but don't convert that many of them. And we saw that also in the latter half of the season last year. So this worries me a little, whether or not they're once again going to be a team that just plays exciting football but doesn't necessarily convert all their chances. We hope Lozano can do a lot to help them with that, but I still think they need another striker. It would be fantastic if they got another finisher alongside Milik, or to replace Milik at times, just to ensure that they have that steel and that ruthlessness in the final third to win.
Right then, let's get some predictions. Who's your 1, 2, 3?
Well, what I would say is Inter Milan, they've already got Lukaku, who was deemed not good enough to be at Man United by Man United, to get them back to where they want. And he's chasing Alexis Sanchez, who hasn't kicked his own backside for 12 months. So it's not exactly a couple of players who have been in great form. So whilst Inter, I think, have improved, and I think Napoli, with Ancelotti's second season and the back line of Manolas and Koulibaly, should be better. I still don't see anyone catching Juve. So I'm going Juve, Inter, Napoli.
The problem that we can wax lyrically about all the other teams who are improving, but unfortunately for everybody else, Juventus have improved also. So, you know, when you look at the players that is at Sarri's disposal for the Serie A, and as we're talking about Champions League, it's impossible to look past Juventus. So,
Juventus?
Yeah, Juventus, hands down.
Juventus.
Yep, that's it.
Juventus. Simple as that. And those that are coming in behind, they're all going to eat each other up. So Napoli, Inter, Milan, Atalanta, Roma, all of those are going to take points off of each other, and Juventus will be cruising once again.
Mina?
I honestly don't know. I'm a little bit fearful right now of Inter and Antonio Conte. He's not someone that I would ever choose to take charge of my team if I'm trying to win the Champions League. But if I'm winning the league, he's the kind of guy who will take Lukaku and potentially Alexis Sanchez and not look at their performances in recent years, but believe he's the man that can change them. He's the man that can do what he did to Victor Moses, what he did to Giaccherini, and just turn them into superstars. So I don't know. I still think Juventus might just have a deeper squad to cope.
Give us that big argument about Conte, and you've just got Juventus. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.